What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another ranking video. Today we're going to be ranking the Kirby Air Riders courses in Air Ride. Now, I know everyone's focus is on City Trial, but I also adore racing a lot. It's just really fun to do. I originally said I like racing more than City Trial, but now I kind of think both are fun in their own ways. So today, I'm going to be ranking all the tracks in Kirby Air Riders. This includes all the new tracks and the old ones from the first Air Ride game. Now, I'm like 2 months late to this, but I also wanted to wait when the spoilers died down, and I know this video's probably not going to do well, because if it's not Donkey Kong or Mario, no one gives a fuck about it, but I still wanted to make it because I adore Kirby Air Riders. It's seriously one of the best multiplayer experiences I've played in a long time, and I still play it often, honestly, surprisingly, so I think it's enough time has passed to see how I personally feel about all these tracks. I have some opinions, and I know some of you are not going to agree with me, considering I'm because I probably have a different perspective of Air Ride compared to most people, but now that I play this on, new hardware, I can have a better, understanding of these, courses, so, yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and not waste any time, let's get started. First off we have is the very first track in the game, Flora Fields. This is a very beautiful track where you basically learn the process of the game, and it's a nice starter course to get into it. I gotta say, the atmosphere is just so beautiful and the music goes hard. I probably wouldn't put this up high. It is a basic course, but I gotta put it in A tier, honestly. It's just such a nice course, and it reminds me a lot of, Triple Deluxe, sorta. I know none of these are supposed to be real references, but yeah. Alright. Next up we have is Wave Flow Waters. People always talk about the music, and yeah, I agree with them. This track is amazing. I love the water gimmicks, and I just love the way it looks, and the music goes hard. I think this is our first S tier, honestly. There are only 18 courses in this game, but they're all so different and unique enough from each other that I can at least let it slide here. I would have complained oh, there should be more tracks, but I guess that would have been a little too much for a game like this. So, yeah, I have no problem with that. Next up we have, these are out of order. Good job. I think, why are these out of order? Cavernous Corners. This one speaks to itself. I really like the vibe with this one. It's a cavern with some spiky thorns around. I really hate it. The only reason I hate this one is because of the story mode, but that's about it. I think it's a nice track to play on, honestly. Personally, maybe not as high as other tracks. Maybe it's solid A. I think it's an A. Yeah, we'll put an A. I think I like the way it looks. I think the turning on one part is a little annoying, but then it just gets more interesting later on. I think it's a beautiful one. Alright, next up, one of my favorite ones, Cyberon Highway. This one is really cool, honestly. A very unique one. Honestly, I love the sci-fi sort of vibes. It's like a glitch sort of area, and it's it has this you fall off platforms, but you don't really slow down as much. I just love the vibe of this one. This is an easy S tier. Wow, I can't wait to get to the old courses. Oh boy. Alright, next up we have is Mount Amber Falls. Alright, here we go. Now, wasn't sure how I felt about this one, but I'm gonna have to be honest with this one. This one is kind of a definition of oh boy, because this is weird, because I think the mountain background isn't bad, the cliffside, but I don't know, I didn't really get much joy or excitement from driving this. I'll drive if I have to, but I don't know, it just kind of exists to me. I think this is, ironically, my first C of the new courses. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know, just something off. I don't know, something just doesn't click with me with this one. Alright, next up we have a Steam Gush Forge. This is a Steam sort of environment with smoke everywhere, and I gotta say, this one is pretty good in my opinion. I think I just hate the ending if you don't have a good vehicle. That's probably the only thing I hated playing online, but I say it does a good job. I say a solid A tier. I'm gonna have the most divisive opinions yet. This is just my opinion. Alright, next up we have is Airtopia Ruins. Ruins! It's a ruins place, and it's in the air. I don't got much else to say. It's another sort of nice, chill-like course, but I think the only thing holding this back, in my opinion, is just, I don't know, it's a little too simple, kinda? I don't know, something like that. But I think it's a good one. I say a B tier, honestly, so yeah. Alright, next up we have is Crystalline Fissure, however you say that. This is definitely one of my favorite ones in the game. Crystals everywhere, and the vibe, the background looks great. Anything with these pretty backgrounds, I know I'm gonna have a fun time with. So, I think this is another S tier. Alright! And the last of the new courses, Galactic Nova, where you fight the Galactic Nova itself. It's such a cool scene, honestly, and I gotta say, I was debating where to put this, because on one hand, it is kind of long for this kind of track. If you're playing this with multiple lasts, it's a really long one. I wanted to see how I felt playing after a few years, but like, I don't know. I just think the music definitely saves it, especially going inside. It's like, I think this deserves an S tier. It's like Mario Kart World's Rainbow Road, basically, but I think I see it as like, I still have the same opinion, where compared to Mario Kart World's Rainbow Road, I'm like, I like it, but I'm starting to like, yeah, the recency bias is wearing off. It'll probably apply here with Kirby, but I don't think so, honestly. Alright, there you go, that's the new courses. Now it's time to get to the older courses. Oh boy, here we go. Fantasy Meadows! This is a pretty iconic for Air Ride, but let's be honest here, it's like a pretty basic one. It's like introduce you, gets you into the feel of the game, nothing more. I don't know if I want to put this in D tier. I say it's a little harsh though, but I don't know, I find the course worse when we get to it. Alright, next up, Celestial Valley. This is pretty iconic. I love the soundtrack for this one. I think this older one, like, I love the path. I like this one. This is an A. I just love... You can tell how much I like the old courses. Alright, next up! Desert Course number 50-something. I don't know. It's a sandy sky, I guess. It's interesting, I'll give it that, but there's just like one turn in particular. It's just like, okay, it's another desert. Who cares? I'm sorry, guys. This is worse than Fantasy Meadows. I don't care for deserts. I'm sorry, Kirby. You don't win with the desert course this time. Alright, Frozen Hillside. The song I learned thanks to Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I love ice courses. I wasn't sure how I felt about this. I played this a few times in the original Air Ride, and I still adore it pretty well here, honestly. I think I give this a solid A tier. I know it's a nice course, but I don't know. I just love the music. And like, I'm gonna think of Smash Bros. Whenever I hear this song. Alright, next up, Magma Flows. I really love this one, honestly. I did the story mode has a challenge with this, if you know, you know, and I don't know, it gives me trauma. I get traumatized playing this one. Not really though. This is a banger one. I think there's also another S tier, honestly, for the classic courses. Yeah, it's probably the best of the classic ones, honestly, so far. Aside from what we're gonna talk about in a bit. Next up we have is Beanstalk Park. I love this one. Gives me easy vibes of Kirby Triple Deluxe Sky Base, where you use rails on vines. I gotta say, this one's a pretty good one. I say another A tier. Wow, there's a lot of ones in A. Alright, next up, Machine Passes. This is a machine-looking area with really confusing turns. That's the only reason I think this is, unfortunately, a B tier. I think it's a little too much for my liking, to be honest. Like, too many turns, kinda. I had to keep track in a little area that you could barely even see. So, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do this one first, so I can end on a good note, because Nebula Belt. This is the unlockable one in Air Ride that I didn't get when I play Air Ride, so I wanted to see what was up with this, and this is an actual Mario Kart World straight line, by the way. I wanted to throw that out there, but I don't know. I know I hated Mario Kart World intermissions, but at least there's usually some stuff going on. I do like some intermissions, especially ones by like Airship Fortress, Starview Peak. Those ones are like, I do think some intermissions are good there. But this is how you this is how you do a lame straight line. Turns mostly, and like the background's I guess cool, but like that's all it's got. Even then, I would probably still play this over the shitty desert one. So yeah, C tier. Still don't think it's a good course, but at least the background's cool. Sky Sands is like whatever to me. I don't like deserts, and it's just very unmemorable for me. Alright, now let's end on a good note with Checkered Knights. This is an easy S tier. I think this is the track in the game for me. Like, if I play this one, I'm always gonna have a good time. I think this is my favorite track ever in Air Ride. If I'm counting the new tracks, it would be the Wave one, easily. So yeah. Alright! I probably made a lot of Kirby fans pissed here, but yeah, that's just my opinion of Air Ride. I have a different opinion of Air Ride compared to most longtime fans at this point. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you played Kirby Air Riders, what's your favorite track in Kirby Air Riders, old and new? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.